Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, say to my colleague from South Carolina, for yielding me the time. You know, I don't actually have the words for this debate, so I had to bring some with me, Madam Speaker, and what I brought are the very words that President Obama spoke from right here behind me in his State of the Union address in 2011. As you remember, we just done this thing that we all agreed on, and by we, my colleague from South Carolina and I were not in Congress at the time, but this thing that you agreed on with the President and with the Senate to not raise taxes on job creators. Why did you agree on that? Let's look to see what the President said. He said, we measure progress of the success of our people. We measure progress by the success of our people, by the jobs they can find and the quality of the jobs they can find. Opportunities for a better life that we pass on to our children, that's a project the American people want us to work on. Together, we did that in December, he says. Talking about when we came together to prevent the largest tax increase in American history from impacting Americans and the jobs they're seeking. Here's what he said. We did that in December. Thanks to the tax cuts that we passed, Americans' paychecks are bigger today. Businesses can write off the full cost of investments. And these steps taken by Democrats and Republicans will grow the economy and add more than 1 million private sector jobs. That's why Ernst & Young says doing what the Democrats propose to do is going to kill 700,000 jobs. Because as the President said, doing what we all agreed on, doing what we're proposing to do here today, added 1 million jobs. That's the President's address in 2011. He went on. He talked about the parade of lobbyists that have rigged the tax code to benefit particular companies and industries. He says, those with accountants and lawyers can work the system and pay no taxes at all, but the rest are hit with one of the highest corporate tax rates in the world. It makes no sense, he says, and it has to change. He's right. He's right, but the proposal that my friends on the Democratic side are bringing to the floor raises taxes on these small businesses that create jobs. The President knows that's not fair. He goes on. He says, tonight I'm asking Democrats and Republicans to simplify the system, get rid of the loopholes, he says, level the playing field, he says, and use the savings to lower the corporate tax rate for the first time in 25 years without adding to the deficit. That's what the President called on us all to do. That's what this rule that my friend from South Carolina allows us to do. And that's what, if we are willing to put politics aside in this election year, we can do together as you did in 2010. Madam Speaker, I'll close with this. That was his 2011 address, and maybe you think that was just the enthusiasm of our cooperation there at the end of 2010, but it wasn't. Standing right here in this chamber, 10 feet behind me this year.
Nice for 30 seconds.
I thank my friend. 10 feet behind me this year, the President said this. We have an opportunity at this moment to bring manufacturing back, but we have to seize it. We should start with our tax code, he says. Right now, companies get tax breaks for moving jobs and profits overseas. Meanwhile, companies that choose to stay in America get hit with one of the highest tax rates in the world. It makes no sense. Everyone knows it, so let's change it. What you do does not change it. What you do dooms our small business owners to continue to operate at one of the highest tax rates in the world. We can do better. We have the bill to do better. Together, we will do better. I thank my friend from South Carolina.
Gentlelady from New York.
I think I must say that 97%